Greetings, this is MaLa with another MaLa travel guide. So, leaving London. My final thoughts on London. For tourists, for travelers, uh, more specifically solo travelers. It takes about 3 days to get acclimated to the tube system, to the bus system, okay? Uh, give yourself some time. The first 2 or 3 days, you're gonna be asking people, but when you talk to one of the people at the stations, make sure you get a map and make sure you ask them specifically. They need to know where your final destination is. Once they know your final destination, they can help you navigate the system better, and they'll look on the map and they'll show you actually how to get there or where to get off at. I noticed, because I had luggage, that some places don't have lifts. So if you see the handicap sign on the stops, that means they have lifts, which are elevators here. Okay, so that worked for me, baby. These stairs, and you got luggage. But look, it's gonna be a long trip. I'm tired, but it's been like a awesome experience. Um, I learned a lot about myself here. I learned a lot about just people here, and I think just people just want to be themselves and just want to be able to adapt and grow and learn all together. London is a place where it's a good place to visit. It's very expensive. Um, the best rates that I got were outside of London, maybe about an hour or 2 hours out, hour and a half, like an hour out. Um, like on the west side is better pricing, and the north side is better pricing. Uh, yeah, the south, uh, they was like, oh, don't go in the south. This is was really rough down there at one time. I went to down to the south. I didn't have any issues, any problems, but I didn't go at night either. So I can't confirm or deny. But in the daytime, it was fine for me. But I'm from Texas, Houston. I've been to the worst places in Ohio. I've been to the hardest places in Texas and Dallas. So I'm able to adapt to things like that. Other people might not, because they might not be used to that kind of culture and environment. So, but yeah, test the waters out. I will go with a guide to kind of show you around and things of that nature. There's still a lot of things I didn't get to do, but I'll definitely be back here because I have some other things I want to do when I come back. Um, yeah, London, like, I didn't spend a lot. I didn't, purchase anything hardly. I didn't do any of that. So I wasn't here for that. I was just here, to kind of see the city and learn the layout of the city and the area, and what was like a budget friendly accommodations and things that a solo travel can do on their own. Yeah, then, one guy tried to overcharge me, and I was like, dude, you're overcharging me. Like, I know what you're doing. And one thing you need to learn is about the currency, okay? Pounds are going to be valued more than the dollar. So your dollar's not going to stretch that far here. Now, if you're talking about euros stretch your dollar a little bit more. I think by like 40, like 50 cents or something now. It changes rapidly, but yeah, 56 cents. It stretches a little bit more, but not as much. Um, but it's very expensive, very, very expensive. Um, My suggestions is maybe go to places that have like Euros, like Belgium, Ireland. Ireland was so reasonable, like so reasonable. Um, Euros, Belgium. I've heard Paris is very expensive, but people tend to stay close to city central, which is going to be expensive. So I would advise people to kind of get off the beaten path. Don't be in the whole center city centra. Go outside of that and then just come inside, because usually it's easy and walkable inside city central once you are on the outskirts. But yeah, I think that would be the best. Yeah, but anytime you go into the center, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be expensive. So I don't know where people are going, but that's basically it. If you know, so but I'm excited. I'm excited that I came here. I'm excited that I had this experience. Um, it's been awesome. I've been to Dublin before, so I know how to get around Dublin. Like nothing, you know what I mean? And I stayed on the outskirts of Dublin. I stayed in Blanchardstown and Castleknock. And then I just took the bus or the subway in to Dublin. So, and that worked out better because it was really reasonable. Um, yeah, it was very reasonable. I was just like want to go back to Dublin. It was so oh my god, it was so easy. It was so reasonable. But yeah, but I'm so glad that I got to take on this ride with me. This has been an exciting experience. Uh, being African American, traveling these London streets, and they allowed me to take over their their country for a few days. It's been live at 5, and it's been real like a $2 bill. It's I now ready to go like flow. You know what I'm saying? H Town. So I'm so ready to go and get on to the next chapter of my life. This has been a wonderful experience. So this is MaLa Broussard with another MaLa Travel Guide. We're signing off here in the UK and London. See you next time on another episode of MaLa Travel Guide from a local's point of view.